just my area, my place.
No
I think
problem.
it's full
That
zombies now.
sucks.
It's that fucked. It's that fucked.
Yeesh. Alrighty, so welcome back to another session, guys. So just a quick recap of what happened last time. Basically, Strahd and the dragon pretty much were flown off into the northeastern part of the map. You decided to take routes to try to find them. In the process, you stumble across two bandits from Wallachia, and you pretty much, decide to say nope, get rid of them. Dorsch did the honors of doing that, I believe. And then you pretty much saw the dragon fly south and make a dive downwards, to which you guys are pretty much heading now southwards to investigate further.
Yeah.
Righto. The usual, we'll just go through a quick introduction of each character, just so we all remember, because it's been a while, who we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyone volunteering?
I think The Witcher did.
Yeah, sure. I arranging my shirt, but okay. Placed on the spot, just where I like to be. No, it's fine. I'll be playing Erland, the rugged witcher, who last week was not happy to see a dragon, and this week is not happy to be moving towards the dragon. So, same mindset there.
Playing Torch Dahl, the dwarven criminal.
Mm-hmm. I'll be playing Clifford, the grumpy human mage, who does not want to go to the dragon either, but we'll figure something out, I guess. As long as we have our archer with us.
Oh yeah, OP.
I'm playing the archer, the doctor rather of the party, Lusha Gilsalor, who's also quite proficient with her Ervin warbow, and did a dent or a very slight dent on the dragon already. It seems.
Yes.
And I'm Ethan. I'm playing as Arthas, the human craftsman. Not sure what's going on here. Right now, I'm in spirit, so shit's gonna go down.
And I'm Dunjab, your dungeon master game master for the session of Tome of Strahd. For those of people watching for the first time, this is basically being set in the Witcher setting, and anyone who's played Curse of Strahd, this is before all of that happened. So we are delving into basically expanded versions of what was written in the Tome of Strahd and giving flesh to that story. Right, so you guys are traveling south and you're hoping either to find Strahd's A-OK or see what the situation is. You've decided to go south of the map to where the dragon had pretty much dipped from the sky, and you take the path alongside the river. As you're making your way downstream, as time goes by, the stream is no longer that of clear waters, but a hue of pink and red starts to come upstream from pretty much the direction you're heading.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's dead. I doubt it.
We did see the dragon like fall down into the lake. So
Yes.
yeah, most
Seemed
probably
very sudden, though.
that it did. It did seem, well, not terribly fine, but it did seem quite fine when it left the battlefield
Yeah.
with Strahd.
It could just be cleaning its wounds.
Yeah, then again, fuck. The Witcher did see Strahd's power up close. He did.
Yeah, I
Think you
don't
could have
envy
won?
that dragon.
Should we keep moving then?
I think it's best.
Best we do.
We are in search for Strahd.
Cautiously.
Okay. We're barreling down on horses, we said, right?
We have, I think it was 3 horses.
Right.
So you struggle down the road further down. It's starting to get a bit dark, and it's not due to the fact that it's turning nighttime, but pretty much the skies turn dark with clouds covering, as it seems that a storm is heading upon you.
From which way is the storm coming?
It's coming from the southwest.
Okay. So
Is this
not
like-
towards the dragon.
Pardon? Sorry.
From the mountains.
Yeah, from
roughly.
off the mountains, yeah.
Okay. 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 Rough weather ahead. Maybe you should be careful.
Rains won't help the stream, but yeah.
Can't do anything about it. No one has a spell to just make the weather clear, right? Wait, I'm the mage. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't. Keep going.
If it had a mind, I could use Axie, but no.
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 Stupid mindless wind.
You straddle further on and you come to a point where the rain has started to pour down. At first it's just a light rain, and then it catches you completely off guard where it's just pouring heavily, and thunder and lightning starts to strike down.
Is it striking down close to us?
It's striking down further south from you, so
Okay. All right. So the weather's obviously getting worse from what we can see.
exactly.
Okay.
Traveling can be very difficult to continue on while this weather's going on, right?
Yeah, so traveling at this point is going to be slowed down.
Don,
Yeah.
would you say the winds are howling?
I don't know, as a witcher, do you say the winds are howling?
Possibly best not. It could be a literal copy. Winds howling.
You say the rain is howling.
Rain howling.
It's a weird rain.
Howling rain.
The storm, is it just simply rain, or is there a full-on storm heading? Are we heading
Give me
either to
a
the storm?
wilderness check, please.
A wilderness check. So that would be in intelligence, I believe, yeah? Yes, there we are.
So wilderness survival plus your intelligence plus your roll.
This is a straight 9. But where do I? There we go. That's
That's
there.
a fumble.
Fumble by 2.
All right. So unfortunately, the weather is getting thick. You could barely see past maybe
My nose.
you know, a couple of feet ahead of you. So yeah, you're not being able to tell what.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Okay.
Uh,
and I believe you're sharing a ride with someone. Yes, I don't know.
I presume so, yes.
Lucia is
Yeah.
on the horse with the Witcher,
Okay.
for sure.
I can't remember who I was with.
I think
Is
you were
there
with
any way? I'm sorry.
I think.
It was maybe Arthas,
Yeah.
I think,
Know.
because I was on
Yes,
it's
you know,
the
Clayfair, I
one.
think, was with
Possibly,
Arthas.
yeah.
Dorsch
Okay.
was on his own.
Mm. Is there any way to tell if the storm is of a magical nature?
You could definitely give me a deduction check.
Where's deduction?
So it's deduction plus
Okay.
intelligence. All right.
16.
16.
Nice.
With a 16, you do have this sensation
Mhm.
where the storm is a bit more heavy and somewhat more violent than what is usually encountered in these areas, from your understanding.
Mm.
So, potentially, this could be someone who has created the storm. Not
Mm.
that the storm is magical, but it
Sure.
must have startled up
It
with.
doesn't make sense that it was a natural occurrence.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
especially at this time of year, you know.
Okay.
So someone must have cast this,
Mm.
and you know
Okay.
that at this kind of level, it's
Mhm.
no simple mage. You know,
Okay.
you're looking at an expert in their field.
Okay. I see. Well, I relay the information to the others, basically. The storm seems man-made, possibly a mage.
Damn,
Maybe
it
trying
is
to
great.
maybe trying to kill the dragon or kill Strahd, even worse.
We'll cover his
Uh,
tracks.
Don, did
Possibly.
I determine if this is going to be like a long storm, like this is going to be a very long storm for sure?
It's hard to say, to be honest. I mean, it looks like it could last for a couple of hours, you know, if not till the end of the day at this point. There's no sign
I'm
of
going to say,
clearing in the sky except behind you.
Mm.
all right. I'll say, well, we can either push on through the storm here, or try to find some camp. Wait for it to curl out. But looking at it, it's going to take a while for it to clear. Might be till the end of the day.
Well, we do need to investigate Strad.
Yes, we can't.
If for no one else's sake,
Mm.
for Tatiana's sake.
I agree.
Yes,
We can't just let him die at this point.
agreed. But let's say this on slow pace right now. We don't want to get injured ourselves. Otherwise, there would be no point in saving Strahd.
Good point.
Right.
Your journey comes to a halt altogether as the rain makes the ground muddied and the weight of you on your horses have started to slip into the mud and basically creating this difficult terrain for the horses to move forward. The rain keeps coming down, showers on showers, and you just hear the thunder over and over, just deafening. Even speak to one another. Sorry, requires you to really push your vocals, you know, to go above and beyond to be able to understand and comprehend each other.
Okay.
This is getting worse.
Seems like
What?
it.
Uh,
well,
Don, uh, do we know what there is in that area, the area where the storm came from? Because I'd imagine the mage, whoever did this, would have to be close to that area to conjure it.
The closest thing to that area is the mountains that Argon's Fault is in. So you're
Okay.
pretty much kind of taking a back route to where your battle was held.
Okay.
You're stuck at this point, so yeah, your horses aren't moving. They're just
Okay.
completely just stuck in mud at this point.
Is there any sign of shelter?
Is there like
Yeah.
natural shelter, caves, wood?
So
Breeze,
you
at
could
least.
give me a wilderness survival check with a difficulty
I'll
of
make the roll.
16.
I'll make the roll.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, 8 plus 12, 20.
Nice. So in the distance, you do see that there is a tree line that could potentially be your shelter. Thick tree lines with the potential for you to go and shelter in. However, you're gonna have to get those horses out of that mud first.
Yeah. I'm gonna point out the shelter. Shelter over there. We could use it. Let's get the horses moving. Come on. I'll get off my horse and I'll try to. I'll get it. I'll tell everyone to get up, get them, drag those horses out from the shelter. Try to
Yeah, I'll
calm
get
them.
down and
Me
help
too.
him.
Jump off.
Yeah.
Lucia's not helping with the horses.
That's fine.
Lucia, at least get off the horse. Come on.
And into this mud?
Well, I mean, unless you want to stay here in the rain.
Oh, fine.
Come on. He upside down.
I mean, you guys are already drenched at this point. You know, you can feel the weight of your clothes on you with rain. It's like that one. It's as if you did a washing and just put it on, or you swam in your clothes. You know. So for those of you that are going to try to get the horses out, if you're gonna do that forcefully, you're gonna go for a physique check. Alternatively, you can go for a let's see. Bear with me, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll look, see what.
I don't think there's animal hand.
No,
Closest thing
animal-
I can see is wilderness, I think.
Yeah, I think wilderness survival is kind of to understand the terrain and how to get it out without harming the horses or make the situation worse. So those are your two options. You either do it forcefully with physique, or you kind of use your expertise in wilderness survival, how to deal with this situation.
And this is for everyone who has a horse.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there any
I'm
way?
going to try and calm them.
Go on.
I'm going to try to calm them. Basically, use wilderness survival to try and like using the natural terrain to like try to help it like coax it to the fucking shelter. Making my roll.
Ireland is going to push.
Yeah.
I mean,
First thoughts in that respect.
Any way that the spell would actually work on the storm, since it was created by magic, but it's not a magical effect. You get me?
What spell? Sorry, what spell?
So no, this spell.
Oh, dispel.
Yeah.
You could try to dispel it. However, you're gonna need to beat a difficulty of 23 from your deduction of the situation.
To dispel it, because I have a specific spell. Dispel. That's my point.
Yeah. So you're gonna roll to cast, right?
Okay.
That casting needs to match up to that potential.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For it to actually work.
I see. So how much are we looking at? What was the difficulty?
23.
Dorch,
really quickly, you get hooved as you're trying to pull one out. You manage to slip and you are thumped down with hooves and muds, and that is a total of 10 damage. That's
Okay. So hang
um,
on. So how does this work? So
on bludgeoning. So if you have armor, it
I
will
do.
only if it doesn't penetrate the armor does take 4 damage though.
Okay, so I presume it's going to hit me in my chest, is it?
Yeah, so as you're trying to pull, you slip in the mud, and you're caught under one of the hooves. As as the horses are panicking and trying to get themselves out.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so I've got a 10 on my chest thing.
Mhm.
so yeah, you don't take any of the damage.
Okay.
However, your armor is dented down, and it takes 4 damage into the armor. So now your armor is down to 6.
6. Okay. Fantastic.
Eslem, so your character also fumbles. So in the rain, as you're trying to pull your horse out, you end up getting head-butted by your horse, and that will knock the wind out of you, doing 5 to your stamina. Lucia has a
She just
more
she just says, "Damn these men."
it has a more understanding of nature. She's seen this before, and she finds a way how to do it sideways with the horse to get them to throttle out of the mud. You manage to get the Witcher's horse out of the mud as you see him getting headbutt.
I got one.
I do it after that he's been headbutt, not during.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got 21 done for wilderness.
21. You've been in these situations multiple of times. You use a very similar technique. You just also use kind of like the calming method to the horse, so it doesn't just create more mud underneath. You just hush it down and start to, lead it out of the mud. Which I think brings us to the dispel moment.
Yes. So, what do I have to roll?
So, magic, arcane, right? So. Yeah, spell casting.
Where is it? I'm trying to
Under
look for it.
under the will skills.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so basic roll.
Ooh, that was so close.
Aw.
Damn.
As you try to cast the spell to get things moving, unfortunately, it does not dispel the rain and the thunder and the lightning. However, at this potential stage, you've managed to calm the rain down. So it's not pouring heavily, it's just that light drizzle, which clears up a bit the view for you.
Sure.
So things are getting a bit better.
What would be my stamina loss in that case for that? Still full amount? Because the full amount is variable depending on the spell that you cast.
So, and don't forget you have the arcane focus, which reduces.
Yes.
thing.
My reduction is 5 total.
Yeah, so it will reduce still the full amount because you're still casting at your full potential.
Okay, so in that case, the full amount would be half the amount that your caster spent on that spell.
Okay. All right. So 25 division by 2.
What now?
12.5 is do we round up or round down?
Let's round it down.
So 12 minus your 5, so 6 stamina.
Okay. 7 stamina. Okay.
7.
Hey, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Thought I was gonna
7,
have to go
yes.
to sleep for the next.
The name just knocked out once again.
Yeah.
That's the warlock all over again.
So minus
Just see the
7.
mage casting something, and then immediately just poof.
Just fall to the ground. You're welcome. Okay. No, I still have 25 left. We're good.
All right. So you manage to get those horses out, and you head towards the tree line for further shelter. I don't know if you want to kind of clean the horses' hooves and stuff like that, or you just want to
I
kind
would.
of make a temporary camp until this passes over. I'll leave you guys to discuss your options.
And
Okay.
Lucia is setting up her large tent, so there's that.
I'm gonna start cleaning the horse tubes. Like take out any like cleaning tools I have. Start getting off clean, and then yeah, looking at
Okay.
the dwarf. The arm has been damaged. Will that be okay?
I mean, in the bigger scheme of things, it can take another beating, right? So that's very kind of you, lad, but I think she'll be able to take another hit or two.
All right. If it gets serious, let me know.
I will.
Okay. I'll just help with the tents and shit.
So it takes you about an hour to set up camp, right? Rain is still lightly drizzling. You barely feel it due to the coverage that you guys have from tree line. So maybe you want to see how you
What
guys
time
are
of
going to
day?
move forward.
What time of day is it?
By this time, you're looking at a bit past midday.
Okay. And with this storm, is whatever sunlight there was for the day like clouded out, or do we still have, is there still visible light?
There is still visible light. It's one of that
Okay.
very dull, grim, kind of overcast, right?
Okay.
But it's not like it's in total pitch darkness.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
All right. Got you. Okay, and from where we are, can we see roughly how far we need to go to get to Strahd and the Dragon?
So from your current position, let's just put you guys in here. From where the dragon fell, you mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or
So-
where we think it's fallen.
So the estimate's location is far, but you can kind of get a hint here and there from the lightning. There seems to be something shining downstream.
Okay.
You hear him say something, a language. He just says, "Learn." Ah, damn it. Storm has a bit delayed.
Well, what are we going to do? We need to make a decision. Yes.
We definitely have to wait to start the storm out at the moment. I don't think we can push forward with our forces and the gear we have.
That's true. We said we have no indication of how long it's going to take, right?
No, nothing. At least it could be till the end of the day, for all I know. At least based on how it is. No sun, no clearings, no sunlight.
Right.
Best we do, we just wait.
And
Might
me
be worth.
casting.
Might be worth. Like I know it's leaving the horses back, but since this is a pressing matter, maybe go on foot.
Knowing the terrain, I think going on foot will still be worse. I think. And then the horses, they might get. If it's a long journey, then we'll be leaving them behind.
Right. And are we simply leaving them here because they're Afraid?
It's because of the difficult terrain. That's
Yeah,
probably why.
they're struggling to make forward to make ground, aren't they?
Right. Well, I don't think it's going to be any easier for us.
No.
It should be easier for us than the horses. We're much lighter. And the rain just stopped now, so I mean, calm down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are willing to leave Strahd there alone with the dragon, but I kind of agree with Lucia on this one, which is surprising because she didn't even want to step on the mud. Now she wants to go trek in it.
Well, to each his own.
We could try just a bit. If we see it's too hard to travel, we just come back.
As long as we remember the way back.
The shine that you described earlier. If I had to guesstimate how far that is from our point, does any figures come to mind, or it's just too far to even have an expectation?
You can make it in about the next 2 hours and a half, maybe 3, given the conditions.
On foot.
Yeah, on foot.
On foot.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to run it. Good luck, whoever you know. Body rafting.
Could be fun.
And this is obviously all on terrain. We're not talking about entering the river and.
Yeah.
Okay. What does everyone think?
He's I will Marcus will sigh. Well, Dima, very well. Let's take this on. We'll see how far we can go. Let's tie the horses out here. Let's just hope that the dragon doesn't find these and eat them.
So, wait a minute. If we're leaving the horses here, why have we set up the tents? As he looks very confused at all the work that him and Lucia have done. What about all this?
This has been new information, that's why.
We didn't think the rain was coming down, so
Changing
He
user
angrily
requirements.
takes down his tent again.
We could leave them here. I mean, a 5-hour trek will be tired. So
Lucia's not
Well,
leaving her tent behind.
I don't suggest it. If we're caught in something and we need to camp out there, we're screwed otherwise.
Fair.
Okay, so we pack up and head off.
Yeah, leaving the horses behind, tying them up to the trees, of course, so they don't run off.
Right. Okay, let's do this.
So you pack up your tents once again, which takes you about half an hour or 45 minutes to do so.
Wait. Can I just interject a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe 2 of us should just go for a bit, see if it's manageable, and come back. Because if it's not manageable, we'll have to come back and set up the camp again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good point.
Alright.
Good point.
So let's send who are among us. Yes.
I'll go. I can go.
I was going to volunteer if no one else did.
Not you, Witcher. We need the weakest ones. The weakest ones can survive out of the storm by themselves, and even us, the strongest ones, will not be able to survive it.
Oh no, I'm staying with my tent.
Lefern, let's be honest, among us, we want the most fortitude one. I recommend you to go there.
To what now?
To check outside.
Oh.
See if it's manageable. If you can manage it, then we can all manage it. And we can take someone else with you. Who will go with him?
I was prepared to offer myself.
Sure. Fine, but take care of my tent. Actually, I should take my tent with me then. I pack up again. I am going to be so good at packing and unpacking my tent. He'll be able to do it in 5 seconds flat wherever we go.
The session is going to be packing up tents again, again, and again.
Yeah. It'll be just like a folding chair. Just open it up and done.
Once off.
Yeah.
These pop-up book tents.
Yeah.
You get skill points in tents.
Yes. All right. So who's coming with me?
I will. I think
Okay.
if that makes sense to everyone.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
As long as someone can take the hits, I'm good.
Again, the idea is basically we send the least, like the weakest person, maybe someone else to a system out just to see if they can survive conditions outside, and if they can, then we can all go. That means that'll be that's my idea out there.
Okay.
Your idea is basically I die and then you know,
You're
or
like,
I survive, probably beaten, and then you know.
you're gonna die. It's just rain. What's the worst that could happen? Getting
Hey.
struck by lightning?
As long as you don't lose a limb, I can patch you up.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Fair enough. Fine. I hug my crystal staff and walk slowly.
Okay.
So, Dorch and Cliffern,
Different.
you head out into the light drizzling rain, and you make your way down the road, leaving the rest of the party behind you. The terrain is a bit difficult to walk in. However, it's nothing that is dangerous to you.
Okay.
And as you come, you've kind of traveled midway. I don't know if you want to share any conversation during this part, but you make it halfway with no danger at all. There's nothing on this path that indicates danger to you. No bandits on the road, nothing.
Okay.
The view of a large silver dragon is visible at the bank of the stream, motionless.
How far away are we talking about?
It's as if one would look kind of down the road, from your street to see.
Okay, so it's not too far away.
No, it's not that far away. You're there, and
if we can see him, he can see us. I'm hiding.
Okay.
But hang on, this dragon you say is motionless, but is it sitting up, lying down?
It looks like it's kind of lying on its side from the little you could tell from this distance.
Okay.
But it's completely motionless.
I mean, okay, admittedly it's a distance, but is there a chance? I mean, I'm presuming there's some form of movement with breath, surely.
Give me a deduction check.
Deduction. 25.
Nice. You exploded on that, I can see. Right? Yeah, you did. Nice. 10 plus 4, and then the rest. Well done. From your current line of sight, as you're trying to identify that kind of rise and fall of a breath, you see that there is nothing.
I'm like they're watching, waiting, and I'm just seeing nothing.
Nothing. Examining also the fact that there's still the stream is still tainted with a hue of red, being blood.
Yeah, how bad is that? Is that like
that looks like the dragon's lost a ton of it. So potentially you're looking at a dead dragon ahead of you from the deduction of what you're seeing in the stream, what you're looking at, a motionless
Okay.
dragon. So
Just to push it out there, is there any sign of Strahd?
with that deduction, there's no sign of Strahd whatsoever. He is not present, at least, unless it's behind the
Yeah, but
dragon.
in the foreground, I can't see him.
You don't see him at all.
Okay.
There's no sign.
All right. I share my observations with Clifford.
Okay.
So
it's safe to come out.
What do you think, lad?
I'm not sure what to think at this point. What could have killed it? Do we even go check or just go for the others first? I don't think it's going to go away.
That looks to be the case. We've traveled how far now? He said about an hour.
Unless I could just wait here just in case something goes wrong. You wouldn't make an old man walk back, would you?
Nine, lad, 9. I mean, I can try sneaking further up and see if
everything's okay.
Get a better view.
Yeah. I guess we can inch forward a bit. Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to do that.
Okay, so you move up close, and as you're getting closer and closer, definitely there's no movement from this beast, no sign of it breathing, and the blood's still running in the stream. At this time, it's getting thinner and thinner, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So it's. Yeah, sorry.
Am I convinced that we could be potentially alone at this point?
Yes, you are convinced you're alone. There's your practice paranoia that I'm aware of course, is you don't sense any trouble or any possible ambush that could happen at this point. You are completely alone, observing your surroundings, so you're looking at a clear view of the stream, a dead dragon, and
at this point I'll call out to Strahd then. And Strahd, are you around, lad? Let us know if you're safe.
Apart from the drizzling of rain that hits the stream, the sound of the stream beside you, and just a couple of thunders that kind of just grumble away in the sky, there's no reply.
Okay.
It's probably not close then.
That's odd. How far are we from the dragon now?
I would say you're come to, maybe given in modern, it's like 5 blocks away from you.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's still.
I think I'm going to investigate the dragon. I'm very curious now.
We could. I'll join you in that case. Let's. Hopefully, it is dead.
Yeah. Well, at this stage, I mean, I'm going to fuck myself over if he isn't. By calling out.
You're that sure? Okay, fair enough. I believe you.
So I'll proceed to go. Get up close to the dragon and establish.
Travel the full distance to come to this enormous beast. As you kind of examine it, you walk around it. It's motionless, and its eyes are lifeless, looking at its surrounding, pointlessly.
Oh, okay.
You realize that down its long neck, towards perhaps just under what would be considered the dragon's Adam's apple, you see a big gash, and that was leaking blood, you see, down to the stream, which has now dried up from its wound, but it's still moist and hot.
Looking at the wound, could I guess what made that gash?
Give me a deduction check.
$16?
With 16, looking closer at it, it's very rigid edges, it seems. Something like something that would have potentially like very long claws that would
Oh,
have.
so it's not. So this is not a blade.
No.
Ah. Oh. All right. Okay.
And you can see it's been stricken multiple times in order to open up the size of the wound that it has.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Find anything interesting?
I share with Clifford that my observation of this wound is not that it's a blade, but it appears to be have physically been attacked by something or someone.
Hmm. So something with large claws, you said?
Yeah. From memory, how did the dragon seize Strahd? Was it in its mouth or
With
in
its
its claws?
talons. Yeah.
Talons, so the claws. So if it is Strahd, somehow in mid-flight, he has somehow climbed this dragon and attacked it.
I mean, possible, but then again, we didn't see anything else while he was falling, so it is. Yeah, it could have been Strahd. We clearly didn't see any other creature while it was diving down, right?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
You didn't see anything but itself.
Yeah. And Strahd would have been too small to see, I guess.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah.
In the
I mean,
area around the dragon, is there any signs of someone else landing, walking away?
tracks, yeah.
Ah,
Give me an awareness check.
$27.
Nice. You are
Nice.
rolling tonight,
Very nice.
boy.
Another net.
So as you take a look around, the place has been washed up by the soil is pretty much bloated with the rain. However, even with that, you're able to tell that the place is not disturbed by footsteps or anything that has come across this creature path at any point within the last 5 hours. As you, nothing disturbed the earth whatsoever.
Okay.
Just the impact of the dragon kind of just
Yeah.
made the soil move, but there's no footsteps, no other form of indentation in the ground of another creature that has fallen with it, perhaps.
Okay.
The one thing you do realize as you're kind of absorbing your surroundings through your vision and looking, you see in its talons that is clenched, there's what seems to be a piece of fabric caught in between.
Color. As in, what color is it?
It's
A black, I
a
presume.
black, yeah, cape kind of thing. You could try to pry the talents open with a physique check if you want to.
Yeah, go on. Got nothing to lose. 13.
Or just cut the talons off.
All right. With a
13.
13,
13 off physique.
with a 13, you manage to use the advantage of the wet talents to slide it out, and in your hands you have a torn piece of cloak that you remember Strahd wearing in the battle.
Okay.
So this belonged to him. However, it's torn, and no one inside. It doesn't look like it's crumbled. Nothing's crumbled inside the talents. It's just a fist.
Yeah.
And you slid that thing from between its grasp.
Any thoughts, Clifford?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but if there are no signs of Strahd here, then could he have fallen somewhere else? Maybe he fell directly into the lake. We're next to the lake, then I imagine, right? Yeah. Could he have jumped into the lake, got caught onto its talons, it ripped the cape off, and he fell into the water instead? Otherwise, I'd imagine we would have found signs of him here.
I would have thought so. Or rather, I would have hoped so.
Well, at least he's dead. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can take from him, I take it.
I mean, thinking outside the box with the dragon, I mean, is the dragon scales and stuff like that desired to be looted, or is it
As
always
in-
for space?
Oh yeah, I can check for trophies, by the way. Or one of us has to specifically kill it. Let me have a look.
No. For you can pretty much start dismantling the body.
To make a trophy.
Yeah, you could definitely do that if you want to. It will take time though, so.
Yeah. But at least I'll have the item as well. So when we need to use it, which we probably will.
Does the dragon is there, from my limited knowledge, would dragons' part be useful for potions and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. So the thing is, a dragon would definitely have rare components to make rare potions, bombs, and so on. So,
Right.
and they can easily be sold for quite a pretty penny too.
Okay. So, is that something that I would look to? I don't know, maybe knock off a few scales, slice a part of a wing off. Is that something I would be looking to do?
So,
How long have they been there?
at this point, they've been missing for about 3 hours.
After an hour and a half, Erland would have been like, maybe we should go check on them. I'm getting a bit worried here.
Well,
Agreed, best to do so.
Sorry.
if they've not been back, it could be that there wasn't really any issues. But then again, I would have hoped that if they didn't find any issues, they would have told us. That was the whole bloody point.
Yes,
Exactly.
well, let's get going. Let's tie the horses up here. Let's get going.
Yeah,
Keep
I
an eye
don't
out.
think they're that stupid that they'd keep on going without us, so we should go check on them. I'm sure
Well-
something happened to them.
We can always
We'll see.
hope for the best.
Yes, let's hope for stupidity.
Oh, dragon isn't in the trophy list. There are no parts to be used from him. That's a shame.
Quick question: makes a difference for a couple of people? Was he a dragon or was he a wyvern?
No, he was a
Dra-
dragon.
Okay, dragon. Okay, because
A
if I recall-
true dragon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wyvern is here. It's in Draconids, but
Mhm.
yeah.
No, because
I mean,
just the second I think I recall that Don had said it was a wyvern first session, but
No, it was a
it-
true dragon.
okay.
From a dragon, you can loot dragon's tears, dragon's teeth, dragon's blood, dragon's tail, and if you are in its lair, you could also have the dragon's hoard, but you are not in its lair.
Shame.
So, shall we go check on them?
What
Maybe
do you
we
say?
should go back and tell the others to come here. They might think we're stupid if we leave them behind.
Talk about metagaming knowledge there.
No, just an understanding.
All right, I just need to understand the guys at the camp. Are you gonna like head down to check on them, or are you?
Yes. We have to go. We got like 3 hours. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? They get murdered by a dragon. So you can do that.
With Arthas and Erland deciding to go, Lucia would follow it. If nothing was gonna happen, Lucia was gonna go and gather stuff. But since we're heading out, we're heading out.
Yeah.
All right. So
Best we do
in the
so.
meantime, as you travel down the path, you see clearly the 2 sets of footsteps, one heavier than the other. Presumably, dwarf is heavier. Right. So Dorch and Cleef, and I don't know which one of you is scavenging for stuff, but you managed to collect 6 dragon tears. And in relation to pulling out teeth, Dorch, I would imagine, would be really happy at pulling at those. You managed to get an equivalent of 13 of its teeth out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not the
Very
not the
nice.
best dental hygiene there. Dragon's blood, unfortunately, because most of it was out of the river, you just managed to collect 1 vial of it. And in relation to the dragon's tail, if you're going to salvage any of it, that would be 5 pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the total of what you managed to, take down for parts.
Yeah, Paul, you're writing this down, or should I take
Yep,
a
I
list?
am.
Yeah.
I'm taking note. Dragon tail 5. You said 1 vial of blood, right?
Yeah.
So this is all dragon teeth, dragon blood, dragon tear, dragon tail.
And dragon's tears was what? 6, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
As you're just kind of going around and dismantling parts of this, you see your new made Conrads in the distance come down, and Dorch is there just pretty much removing the last bit of tail that he can salvage.
Well-
Erlen says to Lucia, I stand to be corrected.
Well,
Stupidity.
so grateful of you to tell us that the terrain could have been traversed.
Well, I think you forget who's paying me to do this job. Not you, Strahd. If Strahd doesn't survive, I don't get paid. Maybe Strahd was hurt, so we came to check it out.
And did he survive?
Don't know.
Well, a part of his cape did.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have anything.
Side note, strictly speaking, Strahd
Mhm.
not paying us.
Is he not?
It's Tatiana who's paying us.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And then again, it would have been good to at least you all leave alive so we can see what's the body. But anyways, it looks like one dead dragon. That's what we have right now. Any tracks?
So, you've not found any signs of Strahd apart from this cape, you're saying?
At that point, I point to the neck. There's a gash there, lads, which no blade can make or has made.
Well, we know that initially we've seen the dragon take Strahd northeast to the other forest. Because we were in
Right.
this forest, but the dragon went there. And whilst going there. We've seen the dragon come back
Mhm.
to the river. Could it be then that Strahd is still in the forest up north?
It's quite
Possible.
possible, I think. Maybe he tried to
Question.
get away.
Question. Because in the mountains that effectively what looks to be a night exactly. That's the camp of or the town of where the dragon was originally from, right?
Argus Vault, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is very far fetched, but is the dragon
Mhm.
was the dragon flying back home because he realized I'm screwed
Quite
and fled from Strahd?
possibly, yes.
That does make
Possibly
sense.
didn't make it all the way and just,
Crashed and burned.
Right. I do find it strange that it would keep the cape in his talons, though.
Was it shredded?
Sorry.
Was it shredded, the cape?
Seems to
Or
be
cut?
torn, yes.
Maybe
Only a
he
piece of
escaped.
it. Mm,
Maybe the cape got stuck.
yes, quite possible. It was against the talon, so.
Can I check around for any tracks, like footprints or anything like that, Don?
You can definitely give me a wilderness survival or an awareness check.
I'm gonna go with survival again.
And
A
while he's doing that,
difficulty or penalty?
sorry.
17.
With a 17, you don't see anything but your own tracks. That's from where you came. And there's nothing else here.
Alright. Okay. Thank you. I'm just gonna
While-
mention everyone. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. While he's doing that, Erland would like to take a closer look at the gash.
Okay.
And since he saw Strahd up close, he wants to see if that kind of matches the same. Well,
Yeah, give me a
close,
deduction check.
yes. Alright. Wait. So many windows.
You all
21.
need the window.
With a 21, you kind of take a look at the gash, and you see it's multiple times. So it's strike down, strike down, strike down, strike again, multiple times in the same wound. So clearly, Strahd found an exposure point. And yes, these are the kind of talents that Strahd would have had, that you've seen himself use in battle. Because you can clearly see that they are like sharpened bone, so to speak, equivalent to what a nail would look like, you know? So, but like longer and sharper, and you can see multiple of them. This is clearly the work of Strahd's hands here.
Okay. So Erland will call out to Dorch. He'll be like, "Yeah, you were right, Dorch. This is definitely Strahd's work, and it's not one gash. It's multiple. He just really went AWOL there."
Well, no tracks here for our own. So the theory that he might be dropped off somewhere else. Case.
Or it is as they said, that the dragon just escaped. And Strahd is somewhere in the other forest.
Can I look at those gash wounds? That's not a problem. Passes to like The Witcher. That's okay.
Sorry, didn't hear you.
Could I look at those gash wounds?
By all means, have a look.
I'll go look at them, and you let me know, Don. Like, this doesn't look like anything. Like even my eyes, like, what the fuck are these kinds of weapons?
You've never seen weaponry do this kind of damage. Only
Yeah.
anything if things were kind of sized down by quite a lot, you would say that perhaps a beast with long, sharp talons would be able to do this. But given the scale, you've never seen anything like this. You can't comprehend what could have done this.
And Erland will also explain the type of claws he had, the nail-like features that he had to the group.
Our
more in detail.
So our good man Strahd is not only just a warlord, he is also a monster of sorts.
Yes,
Well.
that's what I was trying to tell his wife.
I see.
Well, guess more the case that we find quickly.
Well, this shouldn't be a problem then, I take it. If he is himself the monster that killed it, then maybe he is just simply safe and going back.
That
Could be
can
the
be the
case.
case.
Yeah. This is a dragon, so I'd imagine that he is quite injured.
Yes, possibly. But with no tracks, it makes it a bit impossible.
Well, we do know the rough location where the dragon had previously landed, as far as I know.
Yes, that's true. That is our only lead, I feel.
That was, in fact, where our original destination was.
Yes.
So
We had arrived already when we turned, or we then spotted them leave and we followed. Yeah, okay.
We arrived at the bridge
Yes.
and then went south. We met the fellow rangers at the bridge.
Yes, I remember that. Okay.
Don?
Yeah?
From my training, would I know if dragons usually take their prey, or in this case, enemy, back to their lair to finish them off?
So give me a monster lore check or your Witcher training, whichever you see fit.
Witcher training it is. So I just leveled that up.
Nice.
So 22.
22. So, usually dragons do not take their prey back with them. It is loot, hoards, of whatever they're hoarding, basically. So, majorly golds or anything worth their while. Dragons are loners, so yeah, definitely not taking anyone for company. So yeah, this is not something that would be common.
Okay. So they don't usually take their food there. It is more cosmetics. It's like
Exactly.
They keep it clean. Okay. Cool. Thanks. I guess I'll relay that to the group. That it's not, at least not its lair. So don't hope for any gold wherever we're going.
Well, how does the weather look like, or rather,
it's still
time
the same
of day? So it's still.
So at this point, you're seeing so much time has passed. Roughly around 5 hours at this point. It is starting to grow darker. Night is just maybe an hour or two upon you.
That being the case, I don't know if it might be more advisable to head back to where we found we could maybe make camp, where we left the horses, basically. Make camp, and then in the morn with the horses, the time because most probably maybe the terrain would have dried up a bit. Hopefully, head at a faster pace to the forest and maybe check out where Strahd may have landed. See if there's any signs of Strahd over there, and if not, then well,
Then we head back. Yes. I agree. I like the plan.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
So let's compress time here. So you guys travel back to your horses. You make camp. Night is upon you by the time you arrive. And the rain seems to still be going on, still drizzling. However, there is no sign of the moon in the sky, so you're in pitch darkness. No stars. The clouds are thick in the sky as the rain pours. The only time that you perhaps see a light or so is that moment of lightning that just strikes out of nowhere in the distance.
Okay.
As you are at your camp, I don't know if there's something you want to discuss before you perhaps get some shut eye, unless that's not on the menu for tonight.
Well, so at the camp, I'll share with the others that I've got all these dragon items, and if they need
Yeah.
anything, then like, it's there for the taking.
Alright. None of you want any crafting or any goods from me, right?
Nothing I can use.
I mean, Arthas,
One moment, we're check.
how
Yes.
how long would it take you to, let's say, repair my chest armor?
He'll think for a bit. What kind of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing double woven gambeson.
Woven gambus. Let me see. Well, you could still use it, but what I could do is give it a. Quick question, Don. Could I technically repair a weapon if it's, like, slightly damaged? And I know armor, like, you have to repair armor only if it's like fully damaged. But could I repair it if it's like somewhat damaged?
What you could basically do at this point in time is start dismantling the armor to rebuild it. But it's a very lengthy process.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, so leave it. It's fine.
I would say it's going to take a while, so I'll definitely need forges, so I won't have time. What I could do is what I could do, I could augment your armor for a bit, so I can reinforce it for you if you wish.
Say it again. Sorry.
Like, if you want, I can reinforce your armor for a bit. Give some bit of armor until we fully repair it. Won't take long. We'll take at least like 9 seconds, maybe.
Better than nothing. Yeah.
Basically, we're going to use augmentation.
Okay.
Craftsman can make an augmentation roll at DC listed in the augmentation card to augment armor with their crafting tools. This takes 3 rounds. While a forge isn't required, grants +2 to the roll. A humble result, the item takes damage equal to the humble value. Alright, so I'm going to go for the reinforcement, which gives it +2 armor. So let me make that roll. It's DC 14 against my craft plus augmentation. So that's currently at 14. So basically, I just should roll 1. Hey, look at that. That's good. That is at 23.
As you kind
So
of
he gets
examine Arthas, like just doing what Arthas does, I guess that's what he's been hired to do.
I can describe it. I can describe you want.
Dorch, you realize there is something moving outside on the perimeter, or someone, rather, an upright humanoid, just slowly traveling outside of the perimeter. I can't hear you.
I said towards us.
No, just crossing, it seems.
So as Arthas is doing whatever he's doing on me, I put my hand on his shoulder and do this. And I then point to, whatever I spotted.
Can I also spot it?
Give me an awareness check.
In the meantime, I'm going to try and signal. I'm not being verbal in any shape or form. I'm just purely signals. I'm going to try and gain the other three's attention, the party, and again just point to the direction of what I'm seeing.
I got a natural 10, and I rolled 2 for the critical, so I got a 21 total.
So Arthas,
Nice.
you see the relevant silhouette in the perimeters traveling slowly.
All right, I will give a nod. I'll sort of look at the rest, give a nod. I will grab my poleaxe. I'll stitch like the last thing on the armor. Like the armor's good. I get reinforced on.
Okay.
Or it's good, right? The armor.
Yep.
So I give him a pat for Dorj, give him a thumbs up. I will motion everyone to like point as Dorj said. I whisper to Dorj. You can get closer to him. To them.
From what I can, okay, so I'm trying to think here to understand this better scenario. From where I am, do I think it's better for this whatever this thing is to come to us, or is it better for us to go out to it?
So if you're gonna let the silhouette of whatever this is just pass you by, it will just pass you by, ignoring you completely. It's not heading towards you. So
okay.
there is that option.
So I'm not feeling a presence of, we're being watched and possibly something coming at us.
Exactly. So you're just seeing a passerby, perhaps.
Oh, all right. Okay. Okay. I honestly don't know what to make of this. Because on the one hand, I'm thinking this is Strahd. Strahd has managed to find us. But obviously, if it's not that, then it could be a million things other.
Do the rest of us see this thing?
Yeah.
You, Arthas and Dorch, kind of point out, and as you kind of look down in the direction, you do see a silhouette moving. So it has caught your attention.
Well, Lucio would then tell, I suppose Dorsh and maybe Arthas, if you want to go and investigate, go closer, maybe get a closer look, I'll stand watch from back here, and if you see something, we just give the signal, and I'll shoot the leg, shoot whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Everyone is close. Right. Everyone is close up. Do this quietly, just to make sure. This could be Strahd. This could be an enemy. We're not sure.
We
But
could
he's
just
on.
call out, see if it's Strahd. If it's not, and they keep on moving, we don't care.
Yes, but we might not want to call out Strahd, because we might not be the only ones in search of Strahd.
Good point.
There may be others in the forest. We won't even sure.
I presume if I had to try and sneak up closer to the person, that would be a stealth
Yes.
roll.
Ireland will, be ready to rush in if he needs
Lucia
something.
will just keep her eyes peeled on Dorsh for any
I'm
signal he might
gonna.
do.
17.
I'm following where George is going, but I'm staying like a couple of paces away, so to give him space to sneak.
So Dorch uses his ability to kind of go from
Oh wait, sorry, this is night, right?
Yeah.
This is 8. Sorry, so it's 18. Sorry, because I've got the
You got a bonus.
I've got the rogue's clothes.
So you're using the tree line, 3 to 3, and you're using the Dark of Night to steadily just swift your way stealthily towards this individual. The individual does not take note of you. He just keeps walking past. As you're getting closer, you can tell it's a slim male figure that is robed. You can't see his face, but from the stature, you can tell it's male.
Okay.
So do you approach the individual though, or is it just kind of just sneak? I just want to.
I'm kind of so. If he's doing this,
Right.
I kind of want to take him at a tangent where I want to. Obviously, as I'm saying, if it's Strahd, then obviously I want to draw his attention. Like, hey, thank fuck you're alive. Come join us.
You don't remember Strahd being this slim. So from what you gather, it's not Strahd.
Strahd. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I want to move closer to it to try and see, or him, sorry, closer to him to get a better understanding of what he is, and based on that, I will potentially take decisions or as an actions.
So you move up just close enough, but just out of distance enough to make out who or what this person is.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a awareness check.
Okay. 19.
Nice. With a 19, you notice there's this shine to his robes, as if the rain has not touched them at all.
That's odd.
Actually, it would seem that the rain is not even touching him at all. There seems to be this
Bubble
barrier around his exterior, which allows him to travel and not inconvenience himself with the drench.
Okay.
In his hand, you notice that there is a cane that he's using to just pace himself as he walks. It is not there for support.
That's not a walking stick.
It's not a walking stick, but it looks short enough to be one. And the robes that he's wearing, from even within the darkness, you can tell are of some high fabric. Clearly wealthy.
Okay. So hang on. So this guy's not wearing robes similar to Clifford, is he?
Cliffin, do you wear high quality robes?
No, not really. It's mostly just ragged robes, and I actually wear a, what do you call it?
Corset.
Yes, a corset.
Corset?
No, brigantine, I think.
So Clifford, despite him being a mage, is not one that kind of flaunts his status.
Right. Okay.
But this individual seems like whatever he is definitely does.
He knows it. He shows it. Wait. Someone said they're following me. They're following a couple of steps behind me, right?
It's not behind you. I was not behind you, but like about a couple of paces away, like maybe 5 or 10.
A bit like this, is it then? As in, if this
Yeah,
is me,
something like that.
this would be you, kind of like to a diagonal back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause for a second and see where this guy is going to go. As in, is he circumventing us? Is he walking away from us? What is this person's steps?
He's just walking upstream, so basically he's heading pretty much from where you guys originally came from when you were looking for Strahd. So that seems his general direction.
Do I see any weapons on him?
With a 19, you do notice that he does have a sheathed dagger around his belt.
Okay. So
Could I? Do I see this person perchance? Because I'm behind.
Well, you do see the silhouette. I mean, if you want to see these relevant details, you have to give me your own separate awareness check.
I'll try to go around this check. Just out of curiosity. 15?
With a 15, you notice that the clothing is unusual. You don't realize the kind of the richness of them. You do notice that he does
Alright.
have what seems to be like a walking stick. So, but you miss the dagger completely.
Yeah. The walking stick. I just learned like what it's made from the distance.
No, not with a 15.
Not 15.
I
Alright.
mean, wood, you presume.
I'm presuming, yeah, wood. I'm just being used. Shit. Alright.
And with a
Okay,
15, you do notice that the rain, the drizzling of the rain, is not affecting his exterior whatsoever. So he does not look wet.
So, okay, alright, mage person. Alright, that's it. Just wanted to see if there's anything else I can pick up from, but I think it's the same as what Torch found out. So that's it for me for now. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the guy.
Sure.
I'm not gonna do any actions for now.
Do the others
I'm going
want
to
to?
approach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like actually, let them please.
Do the others want to do something in specific, or do you want to hold your ground?
What's the distance again from me, at least?
You're looking at about a good, give or take, 20 meters, 20 to 25 meters.
I want
It
to.
was further away.
Yeah, at first, me too. No, in that case, if we're that close, I want to attempt to move a bit closer.
Okay. Do you do this stealthily or just kind of just move?
Hold on.
Well, stealthily.
Roll me stealth, my friend.
No, unless you can tell me I can just move without any modifier, that's fine. Where is stealth? Dex, stealth, there we go. No, 13.
As you pace yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you stumble upon a piece of ground which tricks you for a moment, thinking that it's leveled, but it actually isn't, and you just make this big splash sound with your foot.
Ah.
The hooded figure immediately just stops in its tracks, and with the smallest motion of just the cane goes up and down, just perhaps this much.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. A lightning bolt just shoots down and just in front of you and hits the tree, bursting it into flames, clearly exposing your current position, and then lighting the area around you. So anyone that is next to you by 6 meters, is also evident that they are next to you.
Depends how much I had already moved, I guess.
Exactly. So I would say you've moved perhaps 3/4 of the way.
Okay.
Before this happens, the individual doesn't move, doesn't flinch, and he pretty much, with a loud voice, says, "Please let me pass. I have nothing worth on me. If you are bandits, I simply want to reach my destination. Or are we going to have
like a
trouble?"
bandit to you?
For the first time, he actually, you see the movement of the head towards you, and you see this. He looks like he's maybe in his mid-30s. He's got a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow,
yeah.
piercing yellow eyes, and he looks over and he says, I believe you are like myself. One of...
Yes.
What brings you this far east, good friend?
Hmm. Difficult to say. I mean, I have been running from one side to the other. With the war going on, can't really stay in one place right now.
I have a bit of a contradictory reason to my stay or travels here, rather. It's to actually permanently put roots here.
Really, not the best time, I hear.
Well, seems pretty far off from all the nonsense.
Well, how long have you been here? Because there was this huge dragon right over there. Probably not the safest place to set up house.
Oh, yes. How could you miss a silver dragon? How did that even get there?
I have no idea. That's where I just came from, to be honest.
I was kind of curious because to kill a dragon, it takes quite some
Well,
skill.
yes, it would have.
And it's already been
Fortunately,
picked for its, well, for whatever alchemy uses you might have for it.
yes, well, that was me.
Right.
Yes, as I said, I just came from the dragon. Why were you looking for anything in particular?
Well, anything that I could get off a dead dragon. If I didn't have to fight it, even
Ah,
better. Free loot.
apologies. Where are you headed exactly?
Well, going up to the bridge, and
Hmm.
then I make a sharp left. I
Then
am
you
to
take
meet
a
with Tatiana.
Really?
Yes, because I am purchasing a piece of land here. As I said, I'm trying to make roots.
Oh, interesting.
Eh,
Who is this Tatiana exactly? The
Well, she's the fair maiden who's taking hold of these lands. It seems we're gonna have a whole new the continent's big enough for the taking, but I guess, these small patches of land that are unclaimed are worth taking under her wing.
mm, so you are here because of the war then? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Take what you can get. If you don't mind, I'm heading up this way as well. I hope you don't mind the company. We don't need to speak. It's fine.
I prefer traveling alone.
Yes, but it's one road. You can walk a couple of paces in front of me. I don't mind. We can't really go separate directions unless you can magically create another road, you know?
Not that wouldn't be fun to do, but I must
Mm.
preserve myself as much as I can.
Oh, actually, quick question. The storm you're doing.
Oh yes, I like
Oh,
to travel unnoticed as much as possible, but it's not working the way I hoped it to be. Perhaps
shame.
once I get a short rest, I'll fix that.
Oh, well, that's strange. You know, weather phenomena, you can never really tell. Um, anyway, sorry to hold you.
No, nothing to be sorry about. Well, if we are going to be traveling in the same direction,
Hmm.
um, I think it's only polite of me to introduce myself. I am Kazan. And you
Oh,
are?
my name is Clifford.
Clifford.
Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's all
I,
mine.
I attempt to shake his hand.
He takes a couple of steps forward and reaches out, and
Hmm.
he gives you a good firm handshake.
Okay. Okay.
And he kind of looks at you for a moment, just hesitates, and he's like, well, I'm gonna be making my way. No funny
Yes.
business now.
No, no. I mean, I've seen what you did to the tree before. Not really in the mood for that.
I don't think anyone would be in the mood to just
Eh?
get.
Well, you know, fire magic is nothing to trifle with, so I'll leave you be.
And he nods with a bit of a, underlying chuckle, and he starts making his way back onto the direction he was heading towards.
Right. I'm not gonna talk to any of the others, just not to give them away. So I'll just walk lightly and hope they figure out something on their own.
Okay. Let's give the spotlight to the others then. So you guys see Cliffern clearly walking away, and there's this burning 3 that, I mean, it's not engulfed in flames, but at this point, even with the pouring rain, you just see parts of it in amber and a bit of flames here and there.
And Lucia just turns around to the Witcher because he's the only person still near close to camp. Well, that takes care of the mage.
There's a bit less stupidity now in the group.
And you wouldn't expect that from a mage.
No.
Normally they would have been intellectual beings with the knowledge of magic, but you never know these days. These young humans.
He's an odd one for sure. I don't know really how he learned all he learned, but are we just gonna leave him alone?
I will reiterate, I am walking lightly, as in I am letting the guy walk in front of me. I'm just keeping a slow pace.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's why we're taking our time.
No, that's fine. No. I don't want you to think though that I'm just miles ahead. That's my point.
No.
Okay.
Well, regrettably, we might still need the mage, so it might be worth. I don't really know. It seemed like he was having some sort of conversation with the other fellow. Maybe keep a bit back, but might not be worth losing the mage.
I'm not really keen on leaving my horse behind, though. I mean, we're gonna have to come back for it.
We can
maybe
maybe
you guys can leave and I can pack up. And
the horse would be a bit showy, as you would say. Not so inconspicuous.
Maybe you guys can follow and I can go slowly with the horse.
I imagine Arpus and Dorch, shall we both return to camp, Dorch?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll return. Well, not to mess with that mage for now.
No.
Well, it's all. We can avoid them. Clifford will have to see how he'll be in the situation. At least he lied pretty well. Well, lied. Omitted the truth.
Can just.
Is he frozen?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Did he lose internet now?
Take the horses and stay quite a while.
Oh, he's back. Okay. We lost you there, buddy. What did you say? Did he lose us too now?
I think he's just very delayed now.
Oh no, the internet is spreading. No.
Yeah.
Erland, give me the finger if you can hear me. Okay.
Okay.
Not that finger, but anyways. What did you say? Because we lost you.
Oh, okay. I said maybe we could follow along a whiles back with the horses, so we don't keep anything here. Has the ground settled a bit, or? Yeah, the ground has settled a bit. We should be able to follow them. I don't think we need to make ourselves visible, and if anything happens, we'll have the horses. We'll get there in a while, a quick jiffy.
We'll keep our distance, and then we'll see. We have to get our destination anyway, and I think at some point he's heading towards Tatiana's place, and we're heading up north. So I think we should be into
so
warning anytime soon.
yeah, we'll stay back from the mage, follow him, and then
Mhm.
we can. If he needs help, I suppose he might let us know.
Well, if he needs help, when he starts screaming or casting magic, then there we'll see the warning.
Erland will start packing up. In that case.
Yeah.
So you're all at this point traveling in the night. The drizzle of rain is still ongoing, clearly. And you start at a distance following Clifford. As you reach in view of the bridge, you notice that the individual takes on the crossroad a sharp left and starts making their way there. I don't know if Clifford is going to like stop at the crossroads and wait for his comrades, or
So the mage though has started to. He already took the road.
oh yeah.
Okay, and how far ahead of me is he?
Oh, at this point he's way far ahead of you. Like
Okay, so he kept a steadier pace.
yeah. He's around, like if you had to kind of put your thumb,
Yeah.
his thumb size distance from you. So
Oh no, that's fine. In that case, I'll just sit down and feign like I'm doing something with my stuff, trying to keep an eye out for the others.
sure. So the others catch up to you finally,
Mm-hmm.
and you're at the bridge. What do you guys do?
Yes.
Did you have a good conversation?
Well, not really. I had to lie about it, but I couldn't give any of you away, so I just simply decided to, follow him. He seems to know Tatiana
Good.
and is planning to buy some land. I doubt that's important, though.
No, that's I believe one of Tatiana's
Mm,
whole point here is for people to come here and settle land. So that's
yes.
partially why some of us may be here. So should be not a problem than us. In any case, we'll be going in the direction we are going. We have the forest.
Hmm.
At least he's around there. Worst case scenario, maybe he's not his fault. That's gonna be a problem, but we'll see.
I got nothing of that last bit.
No
I
idea
don't know
what you
how.
said.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Um. Well, from my history as a mage, would I have heard of Kazan before? Anyone of note?
So, give me a. Let's see.
Would Cliffern have
Hmm.
divulged this information of Kazan's name and so forth with the rest?
Not yet, and that's the reason why
Okay.
I'm asking if I've heard of the name before I say anything.
So just bear with me a moment. Let's see what makes sense
Okay,
here.
man. Yeah.
I'm guessing we're gonna have to go either with potentially.
Hmm.
You can either give me an education check.
Hmm?
Trying to see if there's anything else that makes sense.
I can try education if you wish.
And a quick question: what tongue did he speak in?
He was common.
Yeah, what were standard or common? Yeah.
So yeah, I would say an education check is the closest thing
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
That's fine. Let's try that. 18.
With an 18, Kazan is a very powerful mage. You have heard of him. As of the last decades, his name is not one to be mentioned with awe or envy, as it seems he has been dealing with darker magic.
I see.
He's trying to use chaos in a way to make himself some form of lich.
Okay.
So he's powerful. No one wants to mess with him, but at the same time, his presence
Yeah.
is clearly one of a problem
Mm.
in
Okay.
any city, because he's out for more information how can he achieve his goal.
Okay. Well, so the person I just spoke to, his name is Kazan. He is, well, first of all, have any of you ever heard the name before? No? Well, no.
Probably not.
In our circles, he's known to be a bit extreme in his views and uses of magic. He seems to be attempting to control, you said chaos magic? He's attempting to control chaos magic and turn himself into some sort of lich. Maybe a bit too extreme for my liking, not someone you want to mess with.
Well, lich is never something you want to hear about.
No. No one really. He's sort of been shunned from normal and decent magic circles, let's put it this way. Now, what worries me is he's going to go speak to Tatiana. Now, he says he is attempting to buy land. If that is the case, no harm for now. Maybe something we need to deal with further down the line. If he was lying, though, and he is not going to do that, Tatiana might be in trouble.
Never. It seems like she's surrounded with issues.
Yes. And honestly speaking, him alone, surrounded by that army, I still think he has a fair shot. So, what do you think? Look for Strahd or check up on Tatiana?
They are in two opposite directions.
They are. The camp is closer, yes?
I think it's not. I think
No?
Strahd is closer.
Oh, okay, then if so.
Because it was. I think the camp was about 1 day's horse away.
All right. No, if that's the case, maybe we'll check on Strahd first.
Yeah, and the issue with that one, the issue is where it's nighttime.
Yes. That is.
It depends on the horses and on us if we want to push them.
Well, the horses have been resting for most of the day, yes.
True.
So that should be.
Last hour, so
yes, that should
horses
be at least better.
Fine. So yeah, we can maybe push the knight to make.
Is there any detriment to our skills or how we play if we attempt to push?
So, if you don't get any rest, you will get a penalty on your stamina. You will get tired.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't eaten, which you haven't so far, there's an additional penalty to your stamina then.
Okay.
You're looking at around roughly between 10 to 15 stamina deduction if you really push through.
I see.
Might I suggest, because we eat, but not sleep.
Right. At least take the middle ground, yes.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Have
Sure.
something to sate ourselves and
Yeah.
give us some energy.
Mhm.
Can rations just be eaten on the road, or do we have to stop?
It can be eaten on the road.
At least, so we don't lose time?
fine.
Okay,
Mhm.
brilliant. Everyone have food?
I think
Uh,
Like, who's stocked up, guys?
I think I have extra rations, but let me check.
Ellen looks
I have-
prepared.
I
Yeah.
have 10, I have
No.
10 trail rations.
I have
Okay, that's
I
good.
have written food for a week.
what?
So that's 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
7
I should
rations.
have had
Yeah,
some.
I have 7 rations too.
Right. So removing
Oh
one.
yes, I have 10 trail rations. But Lucia, what she's stocked up on is stuff to get food.
That
And
also
make food.
works. Yeah,
You
when we
can-
have time, that's perfect too.
Yeah.
Fishing, cooking.
Erland will give you a ration in that case.
She has some rations. Go down
Ah,
one.
okay.
Does Dorsch have any rations? He's been silent. Just checking, I'm guessing.
yeah. No, I've got 7. I've
Okay.
already removed one off.
That's good. So,
So you're heading towards Strahd, we said? Or.
We're starting our way towards him.
Okay.
yes.
Or at least his
Making our
last
way.
known whereabouts.
Yeah.
So you guys come to the bridge. And you cross it over. At this point in time, it's either the road or you go straight into the woodlands. Down the road, you can clearly see a village, which is quite active, it seems. By the way, the rain at this point, as the mage had moved away, it seemed to have dispersed with him. So, however, there's still a cloud over you guys covering the night sky.
Mhm.
So your options are very simple. You either go down further east into the village, or you're going to travel into the woodland where you originally saw the dragon and Strahd collide initially.
With the notion that we want to go back to the village, our village, as soon as possible for Tatiana, I think it's fastest route to where we saw Strahd. So if it might be faster to go through the village, I think it might be worth it to literally beeline, just go through the village and then head south. Might be faster to travel on the road than traveling through the dense forest.
Okay.
That is Lucia's idea. We are on a bit of a time crunch.
Yes.
That also makes sense to me because if he's actually made his way to the village, then
He's
we
fine.
kind of exactly.
I agree. Let's do that.
So you make your way to the entrance of the village, right?
Mhm.
Over here, you don't see any wall of protection. Nothing of the sort. It's just fields, a couple of farms, and as the center of the village is populated by more houses, there seems to be just this quiet stillness of people asleep at this hour, definitely. There's no paroling guards, there's no town watch. It's just a nice, peaceful set of buildings. You decide to head south. You said into the wood line, right?
Mhm.
Fastest route to where we thought
All right.
Dragon might have landed.
So you head down, you cross a couple of fields as you've reached the woodland and you enter. At this point in time, you're looking for Strahd in the darkness. Give me a wilderness survival check, please.
If it's completely, well, it is completely dark. Lucia will just light up one of her torches to help.
Okay. So that will aid anyone looking for clues or something. So what do we have here? Lucia 13. Erland's 13 as well.
Very well though.
Dorch fumbled by 3. No. You wasted those big
What was
rolls,
the roll
buddy.
needed? What was the roll needed again? Sorry.
So I'm just taking rolls so far. I didn't say the DC.
Wilderness survival we need.
Yeah, what was the
15.
roll? Sorry, alright.
Wilderness survival is what we're rolling for.
19.
19. All right. So, Lucia, Erland, and Cliffern, as you kind of look around, and you're trying to make sense of perhaps where Strahd and the dragon might have landed, you do see quite an opening of trees that have been kind of dispersed. Definitely something large must have broken in this area. With a 19, Ethan, your character, notices that not too far behind you, you have a pack of wild dogs just starting to perimeter round the party. Dorsch, as he's looking around, he steps on a twig, and a pair of yellow glowing eyes turn round from what you didn't notice before, and this 7-foot creature looks at you. It's a werewolf. As it growls down.
Diablo!
Oh.
Diablo! Weapons! Weapons!
It.
All right.
Okay.
How far away are we saying?
Oh, he is literally like maybe 7 meters away from you.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice. Within 83 meters. I like that.
Has a long way to run till he can't be hit.
So
I now have +0 to hit him.
what I'm gonna
With
do
no
is
minuses.
I'm gonna go for a quick 5-minute break. Okay, and we'll
All right.
be rolling initiative.
Cool.
Alright.